Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you're having a good evening. As part of the 365 Driven Society, one of the things we're doing is challenges. And we've talked a lot about how we're learning and growing, and it's got me thinking just about all the ways that I've been learning and growing with you over the last couple months. And so I wanted to share a little bit about some of the things I've been learning to give you some perspective around what we've been doing here at Go Lead Everything and what exactly I've been focused on here in 2020. And really 2020, honestly, is the first year I've ever made goals for my personal life, ever in my life, which is crazy. I've always kind of just skated by. And this was really the first year I wanted to very focused, learn more about business and become more business entrepreneurial minded so I can effectively lead in my organization and corporate and in all aspects of my life. Understanding business is so key, I think, to really being able to effectively lead and create assets and generational wealth for your family and really build a legacy. I think building a business is critical. So wanted to talk a little bit about some of the things I've been learning. Number one, just being comfortable putting my ideas out into the world. That is something that was really hard for me at first. I wasn't even on social media. I probably told you that before. Wasn't on social media at all. I was on LinkedIn, but I wasn't active. And this is really the first time I put myself out there on social media. Nerve-wracking for me, right? Putting yourself in front of all your corporate people, and it was nerve-wracking for sure. Learning how to not be affected by the cheers or the boos and become more even keel with your mentality. That's something that I didn't realize until this year, that I really like positive reinforcement. I like people telling me I do a good job. I think everybody probably does to some degree, but maybe I liked it a little too much is what I realized. And so, really starting to understand how to be more even keel and be giving in my approach as opposed to doing things for the feedback or for the recognition. Learning sales, marketing, and the right mentality for hearing no. Most people aren't used to hearing no. They're kind of trained to avoid doing things where they're going to get a no. And I think way too often we're way too careful. We're just slow. We're too afraid we're going to do something wrong, or someone's going to criticize us, or we're going to hear a no. We need to move forward sometimes and just get things done. And it's okay if people say no. That's fine. It actually tells you, it gives you good information so you can know which way to go. When you hear no, you can go next and move on to the next one. So, learning how to deal with hearing no has been something I'm learning right now. How to be a business owner. Something I've never done. I'm just starting. And so that's been an experience. Learned a lot of land, legal, regulatory, commercial, and even new engineering aspects in my corporate career. And that's been really cool. I had some cool projects I'm a part of recently. So that's been great. Learning how to be a better friend and build better, focused, deliberate relationships and networks of people. Something I didn't focus on. These things just came to me. I hung out with people. It's so important to surround yourself with the right people that are going to challenge your mentality. Yeah, you're going to have all sorts of people in your network, but focused relationships are key. Be deliberate with your relationships and how you spend your energy on the people you're around. Been experimenting with audio, video, learning how to edit that. That's totally new. I started a podcast, learning how to be a podcast host and be a better host in general, of hosting meetings, hosting conversations, being a better conversationalist. Hosting a podcast is definitely one way to be a better conversationalist. I joined Toastmasters, which is helping me to be a better speaker and conversationalist. And I think that is such an important skill that we don't practice often enough. So that practice has been great for me. It's also shown me how important it is to prepare. People that do in these impromptu conversations and are really good at speaking, it's because they're prepared. Some people have the gift of gab, but most often people that are really good at impromptu speaking are extremely prepared over years of practice. I'm learning how to automate my personal processes. I'm not good at this one, but I'm learning. I need to get better at this one. Processes right now, very manual. Learning about real estate, and I'm really excited about that one. It's something I've always been interested in. Kind of got interested in it more when I finally bought my first house, maybe buying another here shortly. But really interested in real estate, the cash flow quadrants and asset creation and the different strategies for using different tools when, as far as building assets that are going to generate you income. That one's so key. It's a mentality that is so important if you want to build wealth. And so that's something I've been learning a lot about. Learning about people, learning that there's a lot of hurt out there, a lot of hurt that I haven't experienced and can't really even relate to. And I hate to see it. You know, my heart goes out to all of you, but I love all of you. I want the best for you. And if you want to talk about it, or if you have something or see something in me that I might need to learn, you know, reach out to me. Let's talk. But you know, really shocked a lot. You know, I shouldn't say shocked, but really surprised that something that happens all the time. I mean, it happens all the time. Bad behavior. People behave badly. People of all walks of life, all cultures, all races behave badly. And bad behavior is, from a Christian perspective, just not tolerated. We love everybody. All men are created equal under God. And Christ died for all the sins of all the world, everybody, right? So, you know, I can't even relate to some of this hate and conversations, but I love all of you, and I'm here for you. I'm thinking about you. I'm also learning how limited someone's perspective can be. And this may be the biggest lesson I've learned. We all just have our perspective. That's all we got. Our perspective. And it's so narrow. I made the post the other day that perspective is always gray. There's black and white. There's absolute truth for sure. But your perspective on it is always gray. So be patient with your brothers and sisters and your neighbors, your family, your friends, your coworkers. Be patient. Understand that your perspective is always gray. And go out there, show love, overcome evil with good, and go lead everything.